Then we've heard of asynchronous programming. So if we have asynchronous, definitely we have synchronous. Okay, so I was just explaining to you that when it comes to data intensive and real-time apps, Node.js is the best. All right, so I mentioned the asynchronous architecture of Node.js. So I mentioned another thing that, and I said I was going to explain, so I'm going to explain now. I mentioned that Node.js is a single-threaded application. What I mean, I'm going to demonstrate that with this example. So this is an example of a restaurant. Okay, so let's say you go to a restaurant and you want to order for your food. This circle here is a table. So let's say you go, you sit there. This is also another table. So I come in and I also sit here. You want to place an order. The first thing you do is to call the waiter or the waitress or something. Call the waiter and place an order. Then the waiter or the waitress will go to the kitchen and then tell them, hey, someone just placed an order, kindly prepare the food for them. Okay. There are two scenarios. I want us to understand the synchronous and the synchronous from this point. So this waiter, so the yellow circle is the waiter, okay. We'll go to the kitchen and then tell them there are two instances. You might go to a restaurant where they have only one waiter or waitress, and he or she will be the only one serving. So she takes the order, goes to the kitchen, places the order, then she'll move to the other table, take their order, and then come back. That is one. Then there is another restaurant too. Instead of one waiter, they have so many of them. So it's a slide, so I'll not be able to demonstrate that to you, but understand that this yellow, we have multiple of them as at now. Okay, so this yellow one will take care of this table. There will be another waiter or waitress to also take care of this table. So this waiter will just go to the kitchen, place the order, and then wait for your food to be ready, and then he or she will take it back to you. Then the second waiter or waitress will also take your order, go to the kitchen, also wait there. So at every point in time, there is a waiter or waitress there to assist you. That is also one style. So now let's compare them to what we are learning, the synchronous and asynchronous. In a restaurant where we have only one waiter or waitress, we are talking of a single threaded. So it's just a single waiter. So understand the waiter is a thread, okay, and he or she is the only one doing the serving. So yeah, I mentioned this that Node is ideal for building applications that include a lot of disk or network access. So when you talk of disk, we're talking about a file system, accessing your files on your system. So on Windows, you go to this PC, disk C, disk D, and then you'll be able to open your document folder, open your downloads folder. Yeah. So when you want to build an app which access those files system, Node is ideal. So I mentioned VS Code. You know, VS Code, it involves a lot of disk access. You have to open a folder. In order to open the folder in the VS Code and then access it, you have to save files. So anytime you press Control S, you're accessing the disk because you're saving the file to your disk, your hard disk. Okay, that is why it's ideal for building systems like that. It also involves some form of network access. When you want to install some extensions, you have to connect to the internet and you need access to that. So in one way or the other, yeah, two birds with one stone. So yeah, Node.js, Facebook Messenger is a perfect example of network access. It's a chatting system. You have to chat on that app. And because it involves a lot of network access, you have to constantly monitor the system to find out if there's a new message. And then you tell the user, hey, there's a new message, send a notification. And so because it involves a lot of network access, they choose Node.js. So yeah, if you are building apps which involves a lot of disk access and network access, don't think further, just go for Node.js.